All right, so as promised, this is going to be a quick channel update. I better button up my shirt so that I'm not showing my chest hair. I wouldn't want British Crumpet Man to get excited. I told Karate Man that I was going to mix up my list a little bit. He keeps all this action movies to my queue, asking me who's my favorite martial artist. Hopefully, I answered his question. I guess it's a three-way tie between Benny the Jet, Don the Dragon, and Jean-Claude Van Damme School of Acting. I don't know. 2 months, he'll make it. So Karate Man didn't ask me to do this. I just did it anyway. All right. So I added a bunch of David F. Friedman stuff. It's Adrian Weirdo stuff that's in the middle of my list, starting at 301. I've got Sex and Buttered Popcorn, Story of the Hollywood Exploiters, 1989. Then The Smell of Honey, Swallow of Brine, 1969. Followed by That's Sexploitation, 2013. Then I added 2001 Maniacs, 2005. The Brick Dollhouse, 1967, the adult version of Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know if this is before or after Renee Bond got her breast implants in 1972. This movie was made, I think it was around the same time as Country Cousins, which I didn't see on the list of David F. Friedman produced stuff. I did a little bit different this time around. Before, I would just search for David F. Friedman on Netflix and nothing would come up. And the same thing happened with Tubi and Amazon Prime. So, oh, by the way, Karate Man's in the chat room. He says, I'll see you in 2 months. Okay. 3 years goes fast since I subscribed to you. It's been 3 years. When did Adrian come up on? Like 5 years ago? I don't know. He's been trolling my channel for the last 5 years. The drunk Islamic nonsense. And I put up with it for the longest time. 2020. Wow, it's been a long time. Karate Man's been loading up my list here. So I talked about Renee Bond. She got breast implants. I don't know if this was before or after the adult version of Jekyll and Hyde, which I think is on Amazon Prime. It's called the exotic version of Jekyll and Hyde. I'm not sure. Next up is The Erotic Adventures of Zorro, 1972. A Bummer, 1973. And that's it. I think Bummer is called something else. Bummer, 1973. Let's see. Yeah, I couldn't find much in the way of David F. Friedman, so I didn't really temper Karate Man stuff too much. You first heard about me in 2018. Oh, but you didn't pay attention to me until 2 years later. Okay. That's fine. Better late than never, I guess. uh, bummer. Oh, bummer is called rock hard! Point, aka the what is this? I'm interested in this. Rock hard, aka bummer. I can't even read this. Oh, this video is unavailable. I better take it off. Good thing I checked. So that's off at 3:22. As you can see, the David F. Friedman movies are few and far between. Ilsa, She-Devil of the SS, which is what Adrian wants me to watch. It's like 40. It's like $25 for the DVD. Karate Man's asking me what are some of my favorite Renegade episodes so far. I just watched one with it was called Samurai. 1993. Vincent Black. Oh, there's a very Japanese gal in there with kind of she's kind of developed. I think her name is Kyoko Agina. And of course, it's got James Liu, Al Leong, Robert Ito, Hiroyuki Tagawa, and James Shigeta. I think I like that one. Yeah. I was kind of surprised to see James Liu. James Rigetta? Who's that? James Rigetta. No, his name is James Shigeta. Correction. Where do you get James Rigetta? Right now I'm on Billy. The next episode I'm trying to catch up. This guy Rube Waddell commented, build up to World War II. No, World War II started in 1939, long before this film was made, a long time before Pearl Harbor, spelled with a U. I guess this Rube Waddell guy is British. Well, there wasn't really a break between World War II and World War One because the Treaty of Versailles. This is my response, which you didn't see or care to respond to. Talking about Soldier White, 1942. World War One was supposed to be the war that ended all wars, but instead, Article 231 of the Treaty of Versailles led to hyperinflation and the rise of a fanatic named Adolf Hitler. And as I stated in my video, more footage was added in 1942 when it was released. So don't argue with me unless you're Karate Man. He's going to tell me the definition of straight to video. Final round. He's a martial arts whip expert. He got his whip caught on the box or something. He's trying to whip. He's like Lash LaRue. He's trying to whip Lorenzo Lamas, and his thing gets caught on the box, and then Lorenzo Lamas just kicks him in the head. There's a lot of good fight scenes in this, plus in Billy, or what was the last one I saw? So I'm on my playlist here. 8 minutes 22 seconds on Billy. Season 1. Oh, the two Renos. So the two Renos, Lorenzo Lamas's ex-wife, whatever her name is, Kathleen Kinmont. Anthony DeLongis. I have to look him up. Final round. That one's a straight to video. It's a 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb. 290 ratings. Pretty obscure flick. He played John Delgado. He looks like William Smith, this Anthony DeLongis dude. I don't even remember doing the review for that. Karate Man says, I'm guessing he's good friends with Lorenzo Lamas. That's why they've worked together a couple times. The two Renos, isn't that the one where he got a criminal posing as Reno to get him in trouble? Yeah, Kathleen Kinmont is... she plays a bar waitress, and she's got some kind of red bra on. Like her blouse goes all the way down to here. And she's getting raped, or she's like kicking the guy in the face. She says, you creep. That would have been me in 1993 trying to go after Kathleen Kinmont in the back seat of a car. The two Renos. That was another good one. I like Kathleen Kinmont. Her hairdo looks totally 1993. I like the way she did her hair. It's all feathered, and it looks like late 80s kind of hair, poofy and feathered. I don't know. She reminds me of this girl that I went to junior high school and high school with, Brooke Gerke, man. Oh man, one time I showed my 1989 high school yearbook to one of my friends, and my friend goes, "Yeah, she's hot." Anyways, Kathleen Kinmont. I'm on this Billy thing. I can't even remember what happens in Billy. There's some kind of bank robber dude, and Reno Reigns. Lorenzo Lamas is kind of escorting him around, pretending to be a bad guy. I don't know. But I'll go ahead and put Anthony DeLongis' name in my Renegade description. Yeah, how long did their marriage last? Like 2 years? It's like my first marriage. I think Kathleen Kinmont got jealous because Lorenzo Lamas booty call got hired on Renegade. She got jealous, so she ended up getting fired. This was after their divorce, I think. All right. Well, I don't know. Why would anybody like Lorenzo Lamas with his funky hairdo and his tattoo? Dutch Dixon? Is that like the corrupt writer guy of the of Renegade who makes cameos in almost every episode or a lot of episodes? He was using the second Reno dude to stage some kind of bank heist, make it look like Reno Reigns did it, and then he said, "Oh, Reno Reigns didn't do it, but we caught this other bad guy." They had him under his possession the whole time. The guy who kidnapped Kathleen Kinmont, Cheyenne. What a name, Cheyenne. And yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I'm on the energy drink and I'm starting my fast. So Karate Man always catches me in the chat room. No sign of Adrian. Val's song is another great episode. Reno escapes from prison. You also got one of the prisoners played by Tony Burton. Who's Tony Burton? And what is Val's song? I don't even remember that one. Oh, that was before Give and Take. That was season 1, episode 12. I don't even remember that one. So I'm on 16 of 22 in season 1. I still got a long ways to go. The Black Bolt guy. I don't know. I don't know who Tony Burton is. Doesn't ring a bell. Sorry. Anyways, I updated my list. I added not very many David F. Friedman movies. I'm looking through my Psychotronic video guide. I'm going through the A's again for like the third time. And I'm on adults only. Harry Novak is also the producer. I made the mistake of searching the name Harry Novak on Netflix like I did with David F. Friedman. And that's why I missed everything. So I'm just going to do a search on IMDb for Harry Novak produced movies at some point towards the end of this month. And hopefully I can find it on Tubi and Amazon Prime. A lot of the David F. Friedman stuff is unavailable on Amazon Prime. So Al DeLongis, I will add his name to the description of Renegade and finish watching Billy episode of Renegade on YouTube. And I have to correct these people that they don't understand that if something was made in 1932 and released in 1942 and footage was added, that doesn't mean that it was produced in 1932. And just because World War II started in 1943 for the United States, at least. It doesn't mean. What was Pearl Harbor? I don't even remember. It was 1941, sorry. Pearl Harbor was 1941. December 7th, 1941. And FDR knew about it. He didn't do anything, sort of like what happened to Israel. I'm sure they knew about it. It was like a false flag, like 9/11 and Pearl Harbor and everything else. Billy, the one where he's friends with Reno, but then unfortunately Billy disobeys him by doing criminal activity. Billy is the punk. He got what he deserved. I thought Billy was a bank robber, and then Reno kind of plays along with it. Or he doesn't tell him that he's a bounty hunter. And that's where I am. 8 minutes and 22 seconds into Billy. So I'm going to finish up Billy. Hopefully none of these David F. Friedman movies like The Erotic Adventures of Zorro are unavailable. I thought I'd check that on each one of these. But it's kind of ironic because I was looking up Renee Bond. I haven't seen any nudies for a long time. Because if I'm a recidivist in the confession box, the confessional, and not that the priests at my church are going to ask me, when was the last time you committed this sin? Like they're actually doing their job. All of the confessions over there are probably invalid because my son was being scrupulous and for good reason. They're not asking those kind of questions. If you're a recidivist committing the same sin over and over again, then you have to eliminate whatever is causing the sin. For instance, if Adrian is drinking too much booze on the weekend, then he has to throw away all of his booze. That's the Catholic solution. Reno gets the ladies a lot in every episode. Well, in the two Renos, Cheyenne is trying to flirt with Lorenzo Lamas, Kathleen Kinmont. She's trying to flirt with Lorenzo Lamas, and at the end, they're begging her half brother, the native dude with the mullet and the earring. They're begging him to go out on a walk alone without him, and then all of a sudden it just ends. It's kind of like it's kind of like the $6 Million Man, the Farrah Fawcett episode. It's kind of like that. Like they're falling in love with each other, I guess, sort of. They're kind of flirting, but they're husband and wife in real life. That kind of thing. Anyways, nice chatting with you, Karate Man. I think I'll watch the rest of Billy. And then I'll keep you updated on the progress of my Renegade watching. See what other episodes I have coming up. I've got Headcase, The Hot Trip, Moody River, Vanished, and Fighting Cage Part 1. I'm guessing Fighting Cage Part 2 is in season 2. I don't know. These episodes are 44 minutes long, man. It's taken me forever to get through this. Thanks, Karate Man. The big machine gun. Adrian posts this thing on my channel. I have no idea what this means. He must be drunk. It just says female divorce line. What the heck does that mean? It's on my last video. You can't take it with you. Techno Joe commented, I used to love this film when I was a kid. This is on my What's Good for the Goose 1969 movie review while I was still working for Cablecom in South San Francisco. Finding Cage Part 1 and 2. One of the best episodes. Martin Kove is the lost brother of Reno. You got Charles Napier. He used to do dirty movies back in the late 60s. Charles Napier. All right. Well, I better get going. I'm up over 26 minutes, and I was just chatting about random stuff here. I got some interesting tidbit from Karate Man about final round Anthony DeLongis, who's like a Lash LaRue wannabe. So that was cool. Nice chatting with you, Karate Man. Laters.